We all love a good old classic board game. I'm sure I'm not sure about you guys, but I love me some good old like Monopoly or some good old Scrabble, some nice Cluedo, or even some good old Battleship or Trivial Pursuit. Look, it's not my favorite thing to do in the world because I'm not a boomer, but it's something I find enjoyable and often relaxing, to be honest. Now, switching the topic a bit, we never really see any Roblox board games nowadays, and in this video, you'll be finding out why. But before we get into this video, guys, we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I am so excited to be reaching that goal soon, and I couldn't do it without you guys. And honestly, subscribing down below keeps me motivated to keep on publishing Roblox YouTube videos, and I'm really having a great time doing it because I'm seeing how much love I'm getting, and I really appreciate that. And also drop a like down below, and also go follow my Twitter, because recently I'm being really active on there. So do your boy a favor, go follow the Twitter at show_Roblox. So I've actually been spending a lot more time on the Roblox DevForum recently, and I found this one particular interesting post where the question that it actually crossed my mind a few times in like the 4 years I've been playing Roblox, and it may have crossed your mind as well. This post is from a user by the name of Crunny, and this person posted a post on the dev forum titled "Why aren't board games popular on Roblox?" So I'm going to be reading this dev forum post and read one or two comments on this post as well, and go into a discussion from there. As someone who's been on the site for quite a bit and seen quite a few games, I've always wondered why aren't board games a thing on the website? I do know a few examples of actual Roblox games that are board games, but they're super short-lived. Knowing that board games are quite popular in many forms in real life, we even have movies and mobile games based on them. It is quite fascinating to see this particular genre not in the spotlight either. I noticed that a few people have talked about being interested in creating those. I am myself too, to be honest, but no one's sure of the audience that would be willing to play them. This is why I want to start a discussion on this particular game genre. Is dead on Roblox. If there was a board game on Roblox, would you play it? What would make you play a board game? Now, the first comment is here by a user by the name of Ninja Online, and he says, "I found in the past that players want to have visible contact with one another. Board games don't offer that physical interaction between players, and thus a lot of the social aspect is lost. Sure, they can chat, but that's about it. Another point that's in my opinion is that if you wanted to play a board game, I'd either just play it in real life, or there are other places I can go to with a player base dedicated purely to that single board game. But the general stereotype is that board games aren't fun. That's not me saying that, but that's just basing off a stereotype. You might play Monopoly once and then never play it again for years, and same can be said with all board games or card games, etc. I mean, I loved games like chess, Monopoly, Battleship, whatever back in the day, but they're not something that I or most people are desperate to play for hours on end every day. That's true for me also, by the way. There just isn't much you can do in a board game. I'd suggest if you try recreating a board game in Roblox, include different game modes or something to make it interesting. Look at the Uno video game. Simple game, repetitive gameplay in real life, but they added special cards, different rules, etc. to kind of make the game feel more interactive and interesting. My final point would have to be monetization. If there's no way to implement any monetization into something, then I'm not going to bother creating it. I might make something for the learning experience, but I'm not going to put huge hours into creating something that's not going to make anything in return. I know this can be said for a ton of developers. Very true there from Ninja Online. I also, I know the intro was kind of like I play board games all the time. In fact, I don't even think I've sat down and play a board game this whole year, and be halfway through it. Board games are becoming a thing of the past, but it is classic to sit down and play them. And I do agree, video games and physical games are really different. It's way easier to get bored of a video game if it's repetitive. A board game you can at least play it for a few rounds, even if it's repetitive. But for a video game, if it's repetitive, I don't want to play it, especially if I have so much options to play. The next one is from Bantech, who's a top contributor in the in the community, and he says, in addition to Ninjo's ideas, which Ninjo is the guy that commented first, one of the biggest problems with games like Monopoly and other longer board games is that players might leave before the game is finished. In fact, I guarantee you will happen nearly every game unless you're in a VIP server with just friends. That kind of ruins board games. Take Monopoly as the example. What happens to that player's properties, houses, money? If it goes back to the bank, the game is still not fair as you missed out on buying certain properties because the missing player already had them when you landed on that space. Now consider simpler games like Connect 4, Battleships. Useless once the other player has left. To modify board games such that players can leave and join at their own would ruin the fun and the enjoyment of most board games. Any board games that are short-lived enough to be insensitive to players leaving are not fun to play and get boring fast. 100% agree with Bantic there. Yeah, leaving the game is a problem, you know. You never know what could happen that would have to cause you to leaving a game, you know. If you just go in, play Roblox, let's say it's reasonably late at night, just before dinner or something, you get into a game of Monopoly, and 10 minutes in your parents call you to come eat or something like that, that's it, you exit the Roblox game, you know, because you're not going to be able to contribute to the game anymore, and just like that, the whole game is ruined. Just like that. So I do agree with Bantic there. So yeah, the last game, listen to me. The last post I'm going to be reading is from Lucky Tux, and he said, what is referenced here by Ninja and Ban, which is obviously the two people we've already read, is missing one crucial thing: copyright. Games like Monopoly, Uno, and Battleship are registered trademarks and are henceforth not allowed on site. Why would someone go to the effort to develop an online board game that would get ruined by rage quits rather than other type of games that have higher retention, bring in more dough, and can maintain high player counts for longer? It's just not worth them. Or worth it, rather. So yeah, that's basically all I'm going to read from the DevForum, and it's true, you know. While there are a few board games on the platform already, such as Oofopoly 2 and Board Life, the one that you've probably played before is Roblox Uno. In fact, I've seen it on my recommended a few times on Roblox, or featured, or whatever it's called. And now I know Uno isn't necessarily a board game, it's more of a card game, but I'm still going to classify it in that genre of classic real-life games that you sit down and play with family, friends, loved ones, etc. So like people mentioned in the DevForum post, I did a bit of research on this. This game could possibly get taken down, you know, Roblox Uno. If Mattel, who is the company that bought Uno around 1992, I believe, Roblox could get into trouble for it, you know. Let's just look at the Pokemon Brick Bronze game that got Roblox a warning from Nintendo themselves, who owns the series of Pokemon. So yeah, that is basically why there aren't really a lot of board games on Roblox. People are scared of copyright. People are scared of monetization. Ninjo said, and also it can get boring. You know, people could leave. It's just very inconvenient, and it's gonna take a lot of effort to try and beat all of those challenges that they set out, you know. We could see some in the future. I'm not denying it, you know. We definitely could see some in the future, but it would have to be a very unique and I can't stress this enough, very thought out idea in order for it to be successful. So yeah, guys, that's really it for this video. I thought I'd make this nice video for you guys. It's a very interesting topic in my opinion, and I've been wanting to make a video on this for a while, but I never really knew what to say and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe down below. And let's see if we can reach 1K by the end of the year, you know. And yeah, again, go follow my Twitter, at @show_Roblox. Also, leave a like down below, because that also motivates me to keep making Roblox content. And leave a comment if you feel necessary. Let me know what you think about Roblox board games, and why they're not really that popular, in your opinion. I love reading you guys' comments, and I might even respond to a few of you as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.